Time to cut into the big teak. Close enough. Now that there is a fit worthy of you, Simon. Yeah, so that's the long part done. It'll all get sanded. There's a tiny little bit of, but it's alright. Once it's all glued up, it's going to be glorious. So there's one, and then we'll do another one, and then mortises and the sides. Good stuff. Whew. Those joints are tight. Little tiny bit of overhang, which is annoying, but that is all looking really nice. I was thinking about some profiles, like some, like maybe not a round over, maybe like a cove, like a kind of concave profile bit, maybe like something along these lines, so that there's a profile on it. You see what I mean? Just partial on the leg, so not all the way up to here, just like up to here and then down to about there. Thoughts? Some sort of profile. Anyway. Yeah, we got them chamfers. So yeah, each each visible straight edge, including the four corners of the legs, is going to have a chamfer. And it's looking pretty bang. Bit of sand in and it'll be modern and sleek. Love it. Just want to quickly show you what a gorgeous job this planer does. So we've got a rather scruffy looking board, old school, and that's the other side that's been planed. Ooh. And I'm going to run this bit through the planer and show you. It's so nice. So beautiful. So we've gone from old school wood to new school wood. So yeah, now we have 3 beautifully planed ultra smooth boards that are all the same thickness, and then I'm going to use the biscuit jointer to joint them together. These little biscuits. I might use slightly larger biscuits for this, but when I glue them all up, because they're all the same thickness now, hopefully we won't get any we'll hopefully be aligned, put it that way. That'll be nice. But I love that planer. Whew. Okay, so nothing's glued up yet, but this is kind of what the table's going to look like. This is just the dry fit. I'm going to find a way to fill that. I don't know how yet. And those little spots there, I'm going to find a way to fill those too. Yeah, it's kind of what it's going to look like. I'll add this chamfer along here as well. Yeah. So it's been 24 hours or something. I thought I'd come in and check how the glue up's gone. Tabletop. Ha ha! There's a little bit of unevenness here, which is annoying because I use biscuits, but hey, we use cauls. And I could use cauls up to here, but I couldn't use cauls in the middle. Maybe I should have lifted it off. But the rest was clamped to the table, so it was all nice and flat. But anyway, let's see how it went. Okay, this is going to take a while. I'll get back to it. So yeah, aside from a slight bit of unlevelness that evens out here but gets a bit lifted there, it's all looking pretty good. Last couple of clamps. It's looking really good actually. Considering this was 100-year-old teak that's been reclaimed, repurposed. It's pretty cool actually. On the underside there was still like children's writing because it was in a school, and there's like whoever was here sort of thing, but the I guess the 1920s equivalent, which is pretty awesome. But yeah, I'm gonna flip it over and have a little look, see how it all looks. But yeah, pretty chuffed with how that's looking already. Of course, grease-proof paper on the underside. Bit of a sand, bit of a plane, and it'll be beautiful. So my friend Trevor gave me this handy-dandy tool, which has what looks like a planer blade or some kind of blade on there. I think that is a planer blade. And it's for removing glue after glue ups. So that's pretty epic. So I'm just going to go around and Get rid of some of that excess glue. I'll give the whole thing a once over with a plane, and with any luck we'll get it looking nice and spick and span. A bit of crack in here. I think we're okay though. It's going to look beautiful. So yeah, there's a bit of unevenness here. The biscuits for the most part did a really good job of keeping it all level. But I think where it's been, I've sawn it recently, a little slight bit of movement has happened. It's got the trusty jack plane. I'm just running it in a slight diagonal, taking very small shavings, and that seems to be doing a good job, just levelling that all up. Hopefully when I'm done, that'll all be nice and level, and nice and smooth. And then I'll run over it with a belt sander, sand up to maybe 240 grit, something like that, oil her up and wax it, and then I've got a buffer that I'm going to put the buffer on it, which should be lovely. I was going to go the router route, but it seemed a bit risky, like trying to balance the router on top of this. It would have left me with a piece with no hole in it, which is great, but yeah. As for the little holes, it's not a bad fill job, man. So I did that with a little plug cutter. I didn't realise I had a plug cutter that was small enough. It made a little dowel out of teak wood as well. Anyway, so I did this on the hole saw instead. Clamped the workpiece down so that it didn't spin round and smack me in the face. And so I'll plug the hole with this, and then I'll use my little plug cutter system to plug that hole. And yeah, it'll be a hole within a hole, and it'll be obvious that it was patched, but it will look good, I think. And you know, there's a story behind it, I guess. That figuring is so gorgeous. It's such a shame that this hole was right in the middle of that figuring, otherwise I'd have just cut off a different piece of teak. You know, I've got pieces up here that have got no no holes in them, but that's how it goes. Part of woodworking is learning to hide your mistakes, right? Or hide the mistakes of 100 years ago. Whatever, it's all good. It's like it was never a hole there. Oh my goodness, it looks terrible. Oh, sanding is tiring. 100, 150, 240 later. Getting some polyurethane on there. It's looking good. So it's like, yeah, before polyurethane, after polyurethane. Gorgeous. This is the bit I'm most excited about. Getting the poly on that figurine. Look at that circular figure in there, it's well nice. Oh. Going with a different approach. I'm going to put this diamond in instead of the circle. The circle looked terrible. So I've set up some double-sided tape and laid it down around my diamond as a guide. Then I'm going around with a pattern bit, bearing guide on it, and cutting it out. That's how it's looking after I've done the router. And then I'm just going to chisel out these bits, hopefully get it nice and clean, and then even more hopefully this will fit right in nice like that. And then the grain, it's in the same direction, but trying to match this figuring is going to be almost impossible, but it would definitely look better than the horrible circle with the circle inside it. So fingers crossed. Are we good?
We're good.
Look at that fit. Time to assemble. Lovely. Beautiful. Gorgeous. So it's been gluing up all night, drying all night, sorry. And here it is, the completed table base. It's looking very nice. A couple of little imperfections here and there, but you know what? It looks pretty darn good. And over there is the tabletop. Now I just got to figure out how to put these Z-clips in such a way that it's going to allow for wood movement and not crack the tabletop. And I've never used them before, so it should be fun to try and experiment and play around. But yeah, feeling pretty chuffed about it. So I got this foam. I'm thinking of laying it down on my, because my workbench top isn't the smoothest or nicest place in the world. It's not the most accommodating for a delicate tabletop. I say delicate, I mean it should be pretty hard wearing with about 5 coats of polyurethane on it, but yeah, we'll see. I'm going to lay that out first, lay that other way up, get the table base over there, lay it on top, try and equally set it somewhere in the middle. I don't know how I'm going to do that yet. I was thinking I might use this set to something so that I know that it's even all the way around. Progress. Oh, I've just had steak. Soft and cushiony. Yep, my phone just fell over. I realise I haven't left an awful lot around the edge of this table. Oh, there's not a great deal of gap. Oh well. I mean, at least it'll be easy to line it up, I guess. I'll just line it up to the edge of the chamfers. Yikes. Did not leave a lot of room at all. So yeah, just kind of guesstimating the position of these. I'll probably go for 4 along the long edge and 2 along the short. It should be okay. I've never used these before, so I don't know what I'm doing. But as long as it looks about right, it should be fine. And I think you're supposed to push it all the way in and then just pull it out a smidge. Just because the boards are going to want to move outwards that way. And I don't want it splitting. Yeah, 4 on each side. Should be alright. So I'll get to that, and then I'm going to drill some pilot holes with this and not go all the way through the table because that would be hilariously bad. Let's not do that. Pilot holes, and then I think just average screws, smaller than that. I've got some, my special screw drawer over here. Got some fairly short screws here. These should be good. I think they're about 1 inch. Yeah, like just shy of 1 inch, like 7/8 or something. And that should not go through the table. Oh, it'll be close. But I think with the thickness of this, I think we'll be okay. We'll be just under the surface, I think. But yeah, I'm going to do that. So position, pilot hole, position, pilot hole, screw, and pray that the thing doesn't wobble, because that was the bit I was worried about. If we're leaving a little bit of gap, is it going to wobble? That's what I'm wondering. My hair is wild. Yeah, but the table is really coming together. I've managed to position it kind of just about equidistant all the way around. And yeah, it's not entirely square. Whatever, I tried. So over here we've got a bit of an issue. It's not entirely lined up with that chamfer. I don't think the chamfer's entirely straight either. But it's organic, man. It's organic. It's handmade. It's my first piece of fine furniture. It should be fine. Drilling into this is nerve-wracking. We're doing it. We're going for it. Ooh. You best believe I was puckering. Spacing more uniform. I'm using this as a spacer, and I'm going to do the same here and here, and use it as a spacer first. And then the ones in the middle, I'll figure out a different spacing for those. But yeah, the idea is I want it evenly spaced, so it looks uniform. Not that people are going to look at the underside of a table, but still, uniformity is what I want. I want it to kind of look nice. That was nerve-wracking as all hell. You can literally see the sweat coming off. 4, 8, 12 Z-clips installed, all with a slight bit of breathing room between the back of the cut and where they're positioned. So with any luck, as the seasons change and the wood swells and shrinks and swells and shrinks, we're not going to get big massive splits going down the wood. But this is a momentous moment, because it is basically ready, the whole thing. I kind of feel like I should set the camera up and like do a big reveal, but I'm not very good at all that. I'll do a video in a bit of the final assembled tabletop meets table base thing. Did it! I built a table, and it's not completely shit. Not completely. More to come, I guess. As a last preparation, well, I say just as a last step, I've got so like 1 part white spirit with 1 part polyurethane, and then a really soft sponge, well, soft foam, and I've just gone round and just done one last little coat across the whole thing. And once that's done, once that's dry, I'll go over it with one of my finishing blocks. One of these. One of these, just to denib it. And I think it will be done. It is done, but that was just a last little step. Just to kind of, yeah, the white spirit thing is so that the white spirit evaporates and makes the polyurethane dry faster. I haven't done anything sawdusty, like I haven't actually turned my dust extractor on. Amusingly, if I turn that on, it kicks off a load of dust, and then all of a sudden there's dust in the air everywhere. Whereas today I've only come in here once all the dust has settled, and then I've screwed the tabletop onto the base, so there's not much dust in the air. So I thought one last coat in a non-dusty environment should be all it needs. Oh, she's pretty, isn't she? Oh, I just spotted a little. That's fine. Such a pretty table. Ching! So, there we go. One completed table with a very shiny top attached to its base. Chamfers everywhere. I just think it looks nice and simplistic and tasteful, and I'm pretty proud of how it's come out. It weighs a ton. Like that thing must weigh like 30 kilos or something crazy. Oh yeah, I want to kind of show off this diamond a little. So this is the patch job I did. And it's not perfect. None of it's perfect. This is my first kind of fine woodworking project. But look at that figure. I think it's come together quite well. And I'm hoping my friend Simon, who gave me the teak wood in exchange for me making him a table, is going to love it as much as I loved making it. There's flaws all over it. I mean, there's little tiny gaps and all sorts of stuff happening that I would rather didn't happen. But as time goes on and I get better at cutting mortise and tenons, and I mean, I've been woodworking for about must be 8 months, 7 months, 8 months. I've never done anything like this before. I worked in a timber yard where I was just like at a mitre saw, chopping, or on a panel bench, just like pumping nails into cladding and shit. It wasn't anything like this. So feeling pretty good about it. One more little look. Ah, it is pretty. It is so pretty. I might make one for myself. I can definitely see why he picked this bit of wood in particular for the tabletop. And with that, in my lovely workshop, signing out.